Yo, VP here. If you haven't joined the team, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, get notified, and join the squad. Hero up. Let's go! Yo, Hero Squad, what's going on? We finally got that new chapter of Doron Dororon, and it was actually the best chapter we've gotten so far. In terms of everything going on with the story, it looks like we're finally getting ready to take that next step, and Dora and Kusanagi are finally getting ready to add a little bit of strength on her end. With that last fight they had, they found out that they are nowhere near where they need to be, but you know what? That doesn't even matter because they're about to be. Other than that, that's it for the talk, no jutsu. Let's get to it!
Like, share, subscribe. HCB2 World.
Alright, so as we start off, we jump right back into where we left off last week. With this chapter, we jump into it, and Kusanagi's been interviewed by Genchio's granddad, you know. It's not every day that you get the opportunity to talk to a Mononoke because, you know, there's really never been an instance where Mononoke have been good. But he's sitting down, he's talking with Kusanagi, and he finds out that he's really not a bad guy at all, you know. He's like, you know, this is kind of interesting. You know, the dude seems like he really cares about humans. He might be beneficial to the samurai side, and so they go to give him a chance. But not only does he say that, Genchio's granddad really says something interesting. He says that she might be behind this. Now, I don't know if she is referring to Genchio or some character that we don't know about yet, but I thought that was interesting that they put that in the panel. Kusanagi being given the opportunity to see if he can be beneficial to the samurai, Genchio's granddad puts Hisuke in charge of not only Dora, but Kusanagi as well. He tells him that he's going to put him under his tutelage, but to keep an eye on him. If Kusanagi gets out of pocket, he's giving Hisuke the opportunity to just get him out of here, you know. He's not going to mess around with it. Honestly, there's never been a situation where they trusted Mononoke, and so this is like really unprecedented territory. Now, in terms of Hisuke himself, we find out that his full name is Hisuke Uji. But not only that, you know, he really gives me kind of Tomioka vibes. If you're not familiar with who Tomioka is a Demon Slayer character, and he's the Demon Slayer character that goes ahead and he puts Tanjiro on that path of becoming a Demon Slayer as well. He really gives me those vibes, but he also kind of gives me vibes where he's like, you know, he's a lot like Tomioka, but he also kind of has this nervous/uneasiness about him. But you know, he's an interesting character. So in the last fight, Dora and Kusanagi find out that despite being a strong combination, they were no match for that one Mononoke that they took on. But thanks to Hisuke, they were able to survive it. So Dora and Kusanagi finally get the opportunity to thank Hisuke, and Hisuke is kind of like, you know, he gives this face where he's like pissed off, but in actuality what he's feeling is joy, because the one thing that he wanted more than anything was to be respected. And the fact that these two guys go ahead and really thank him for saving their lives, it shows that they're respecting him, you know, they're respecting his ability and what it was that they did for him. But Hisuke is not used to getting this kind of praise, and so instead of giving a face that says, hey, I'm glad that they're showing me my respect, instead he gives a face that says, hey, I'm pissed off, I don't like this, don't praise me, I don't really deserve praise. And so I thought that was pretty cool. So now that Dora and Kusanagi have properly thanked Hisuke for saving their lives, they're given the opportunity to become trainee samurai. Now, obviously, this doesn't make them full-fledged samurai, but it kind of puts them on the path toward their dreams, you know. But not only are they becoming trainee samurai, they're going to actually train under Hisuke himself, who you find out has been the top eliminator of Mononoke for like the past 2 years. Now, they should be excited about this because they're getting ready to get trained by probably one of the strongest dudes around right now. But instead, they're not. They're kind of bummed out that they're not teaming up with Genchio. But they find out that Genchio actually requested to work under another eliminator. And that's because she herself wants to get stronger. So with her training somewhere else, these guys get motivated to get stronger as well. And who better to do it than the dude that's been kicking ass for like 2 years? So now we kind of get this situation where these guys are taking that next step forward in terms of their strength. Yeah, you know, Dora's really strong, and obviously Kusanagi has all this spiritual energy. But really, neither one of them are good by themselves, and as a combined team, you know, they become really, really strong. But that's not enough, and they found out last week when their asses almost got killed. And so now they go into this training session with Hisuke. He's like, come at me with everything you got. So Dora's kind of hesitant. He's like, yo, I'm not really sure you want that, you know, son. Son, I'm actually pretty strong. Listen, I enjoy killing Mononoke, but I'm not trying to hurt you. You're a human. And Hisuke kind of takes offense to that, but not only does he take offense to that, he's kind of like, damn, you know, oh, so that's what this feels like. And you find out that he himself had made a similar comment back when he was in his trainee days, you know, and really back then he didn't think anything of it. But now that it's happening to him, he realized that it high-key comes off as disrespectful. And so instead of just like explaining that to them, he charges them and hits them with a strong attack. Or, you know, what we consider to be a strong attack. it's strong in the sense that it really knocked Dora's ass into a wall, and he's like, damn, now I gotta pay for that wall. But that's not the only thing he really says either. He also says, damn, I didn't even put anything into it. I just kind of felt like I was taking it easy on him. That's taking it easy on him. I hate to see what this dude looks like when he eats at his full strength. So now that Dora and Kusanagi have taken this hit, they're like, all right, you know what? We warned the dude, so now we're going to give him everything we got. So as they return the hit, Hisuke is like, damn, these dudes are like actually pretty legit. But not only that, you know, he breaks their sword in half. As the sword's broken, you're like, okay, this is really going to stop, because not only does the sword break, but he gets a little cut under his eye. But instead of just backing down and like throwing the broken sword away, what he does is he pulls out a pen and he draws on Dora's face. Now, by doing that, he's kind of sending a message to Dora. So, you know, you see a little bit of blood squirt out, and Dora's like, yo, what the hell's up with that? That fucking hurt. And, you know, Hisuke goes on to explain to him, yo, like, it's not just being strong and having this and having that. You have no spiritual energy. And the reason why they don't let people become samurai if they don't have spiritual energy is because spiritual energy is not just used for attack. You know, it's not just used for offense. You actually have to use it for defense. And so we got this guy, Dora, who's always meeting these new hurdles, you know. He doesn't have spiritual energy. He can't become a samurai. And now he finds out that they're not even going to let him fight until he kind of finds a way to get over this deficiency he has. Now, how the hell is he going to get over not having any spiritual energy? In fact, the only way he can fight is because Kusanagi has spiritual energy. And so Hisuke tells him, you know, this is a life or death type of thing. If you don't have that spiritual energy for defense, you can actually die. Something as little as what I just did to you can kill you. And now he has this wall, and he's like, how the hell do I get over this? So in order to move forward, our boy Dora has to find a way to not only get over this new wall, but to kind of get spiritual energy. Now, so what I think is going to happen is that they're going to find a way to kind of channel Kusanagi's spiritual energy through him. Obviously, Kusanagi is a Mononoke, so he has a ton of spiritual energy. Is he going to be able to give some of that to Dora while maintaining sword form, or is Dora going to have to find another way to get his own version of it? It's going to be really interesting to see how they overcome this wall, but you know, I love what they're doing with it. I feel like everything's finally picking up. I feel like, you know, we're finally getting to see Dora and Kusanagi in a way where we didn't really get to see before, you know. I felt like the pacing had been terrible up until this point. Everything just seemed to be happening really, really fast. And that's including with Dora and Kusanagi's relationship, you know. I felt like this one was going for that Naruto Kurama kind of relationship, but they sped it up way too quickly. And I don't really blame that on the mangaka himself, you know, because that's how Shonen Jump manga is these days. It's like, yo, the storyline has to be fast, be fast, be fast. You got to make this interesting as quick as possible, or people will lose interest. You won't get sales, and then we'll get canceled. This is one that I'm hoping doesn't get canceled, but we know how the game is, you know. Like I said, it's all about the sales, and so they got to do what they got to do. Unfortunately, sometimes that means that storylines that really should take their time in order to develop relationships and just to really give you a sense of connection to the character, sometimes they just have to speed up for the sake of getting to the good parts of the story. Other than that, I thought it was a great chapter. I thought it was the best chapter we've gotten so far, simply because we kind of got some backstory on the reason why Dora couldn't become a samurai. We also got to see them take that next step forward, and we also got to see that they're going to be training under somebody that's really legit. So I'm very excited to see what comes next. I hope this is a manga that survives. I hope it really makes it, because like I said, you know, these guys are being forced to kind of fast forward their stories in a way where it really doesn't give you the opportunity to connect with the characters. So hopefully this is a situation where things slow down, and now we kind of get to bond with Kusanagi and Dora, and we really kind of get to feel what they're going through, all right? Other than that, that's going to do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, go ahead and smash that like button. If not, listen, I'm working on this stuff. I'm getting better. Just give your boy a chance. Give me a chance to get right, and then hopefully you can find something on the channel you enjoy, all right? Other than that, that's going to do it for me. As always, I'm your boy, Heroes Come Back 2. Do great, be great. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.